Perfect. Now, welcome back. Let's talk about matters, newspapers here. And let me take you through the front page of our local dailies. I have got three newspapers, the Star, Daily Nation, and the Standard newspaper. Let me start with the Star. What's on the front page? Ruto goes for Moi, Kenyatta overtax. Ruto goes for Moi, Kenyatta overtax. President claims that tax cheats, quote unquote, are funding Azimio rallies. Opposition denies reports. That is on the page 4 and 5 of the Star newspaper. And of course, the president was speaking yesterday in Mombasa, where he said that the time is up for the tax cheats. Ruto goes for Moi, Kenyatta overtax. There, what you have it on the front page of the Star newspaper. We have got President Kenyatta, former president, we have got former President Moi, the late, and now we have got Honorable Raila Odinga. Okay, first grade 7 class reports to junior secondary school. That happened yesterday amid confusion from parents and guardians alike. But the government says that it's all system go for the parents. All right, DPP yet to receive a home fate in Assad's death probe. It is alleged that the rally driver died due to injuries sustained during a fight. And now it's alleged that Khan died during the injuries sustained during a fight they had in December last year at their home, at their house in Kileleshwa. 2 weeks ago, the prosecution asked for more time to allow the DPP to review the file, whether he will charge her in connection with the death of Khan. Of course, the person we're talking about here is Maxine Wahome, who is the main suspect and in police custody. Okay, very quickly, there we have it. Ruto goes for Moi, Kenyatta families in new war over tax. The president, hours after his allies directly accused Uhuru in sponsoring anti-government meetings to avoid taxation pressure, Ruto pledged he would not relent. This is what he said, that without mentioning Uhuru's name, the head of state said that some people who were in power used state instruments to avoid paying taxes, something he said will not happen in his watch. Interesting times ahead. Okay, moving forward into the inner bit of this one. High cost of living caused by wrong decisions. Ruto fires back to Raila. High cost of living caused by wrong decisions. Ruto fires back at Raila. He says that there are no additional taxes imposed on Kenyans except those approved by Parliament. The president was speaking yesterday during the post-election seminar in Shanzu, Mombasa County, with members of the legislature and the top executive members. Ruto, who was in Mombasa for 2 important meetings, said that the ODM chief had enough time to present evidence to the Supreme Court judges, who in the end dismissed his presidential petition. Of course, he was referring to what ODM leader Raila Odinga yesterday, who he lashed out at opposition chief Raila Odinga over his allegations that IEBC officials were bribed to declare him the winner of the August 9th general election. Again, interesting times ahead. And here we have it. So that is as far as that is concerned. But of course, there is that bit where the president said last week that state to print 30 million Huduma number cards in 3 years. So if you have your Huduma number, please keep it, because soon it's going to get back its work. It's expected that by June 30th, 2026, at least 35.2 million Kenyans would have obtained it, taking us back to where we were years ago over the Huduma number. Okay, very quickly on to the Daily Nation. Again, on the front page of the Daily Nation, let me take you through that. Junior high confusion. Junior high confusion as grade 7 learners open. Junior high confusion as grade 7 learners open. That happened yesterday, and of course, yesterday's reporting day for grade 7 learners in the inaugural class of junior secondary school was marred by confusion nationwide, especially in public schools, many of which still lack teachers and textbooks and are already facing congestion crisis. That is on the front page of the Daily Nation. Still on the front page here on the squeeze side, Ruto tax evaders sponsoring Raila's poll protest rallies. President William Ruto yesterday claimed that opposition protest rallies are being financed by people he didn't name, but who he said were keen on evading payment of taxes. And I quote, "Even if they sponsor demonstrations so that they don't pay tax, I want to promise them that they will pay tax. There are no more exemptions. This country is not an animal farm where some are more equal than others," the head of state said yesterday, and told Azimio leader Raila Odinga to try different strategy. KPA Defense Tender Award to Joho Family Company. KPA Defense Tender Award to Joho Family. That is on page 14. I'll give you more details on that. And it's also that bit captured of Maxine Wahome and family of deceased rally driver Hassan Khan has opposed a move by police to close investigations into the death before a decision is made on whether or not to charge his girlfriend Maxine Wahome. I don't know what is your take on that as far as that is concerned. And of course, we have got page 2 and 3, the story of the sergeant, Dr. Dawood, who died at the age of 94, who has been a writer on this particular local daily for the last 41 years. And the story says that, let me just give you a bit of it, that even at his old age, Dr. Dawood would still grapple, would find time to write a book, his 2 manuscripts. And even at his old age, on a wheelchair, Dr. Dawood would slowly get to the keyboard to continue typing. And he said he was going to write a book until his brain stops working. And that is what happened when he died in London over the weekend.